Alright, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. This is a video that was supposed to be made 1 year ago. And well, let's just say, things went wrong last year. A lot went wrong. 2023 was a bad year for me. We're gonna skip past that. Here I am. The entire way the project was gonna go is also just out the window right now. I figured this is probably the best way I want to do things. So, hi, hello. You probably know me from this video. Not something I want to be known for, but there it is. Some of you who know me from a long time ago probably know me from one of my close friends recording me when I was in middle school with the smartphone and uploading that shit to like Musical.ly or whatever the fuck was going on that time, and then eventually on YouTube. And then I also uploaded like a litany of weird, crazy fucking videos that I deleted or unlisted or whatever the fuck because I was trying to copy Leafy. We're gonna skip past that too. Anyways, for those who are my friends and family, I want you to know that none of you, except for maybe outside of 1 or 2 people, know this. And if you do know this, then I've gone back on it. And I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to say this up front. However, if you want to skip past to different points in the video, you can check out down below. There should be different marked sections as to different points that I want to make. And so, there we go. Now, just to come out and say it up front, I am bisexual, okay? Now, there's nothing that needs to be said there. I don't lean one way or another. That's just how it is. Very, very nervous, as you can probably tell, to say that. That's something that's hard for me to say because, like I said, I've gone back on it and I've even told people, like, lied straight to their face before, like, oh, hey, I am this way. I am straight. Like, it's like robotic. But I want to get this out of the way. Why did I keep it secret for so long? And why am I now revealing it? Why am I choosing to reveal this now? That gets deeply personal, and I guess the main reason why I want to show this video publicly is because I don't want people to go through the same mindset that I had, even with everything that I'm about to tell you. For the longest time, I had, well, been this way, but mentally I had fought that for some reason, and I'm going to walk you through how I got to that point and then how I got out of that. Back in middle school, when I was some fucking autistic kid with blue hair doing some fucking weirdo dance to Undertale music because I was that kind of guy. Specifically during 6th grade, I told a circle of my closest friends my sexuality, and I thought it went well. They accepted me and everything seemed fine. The problem just so happened to be that one of the people in that group just so happened to leak that to everyone in the school. Now, I wasn't ready to reveal that to everyone particularly yet because, well, it's middle school. Any queerness is going to get bullied the fuck out of, right? So, there you have it. Also, I wasn't particularly fond of my family figuring that out. Even now, like, I know some of y'all are watching this. A lot of you are either wildly Republican or scarily religious or some kind of shit like that. And that's not to say that you won't accept me or anything like that. That's just to say, well, you guys are just kind of weird about it, you know. And some of you also are way too enthusiastic about this shit. If this for some odd reason changes your view of me, then, well, to be fair, you didn't really know me in the first place. Half of you barely talked to me. So, what I'm trying to make is, I was kind of exposed like that, and so I had to kind of backtrack on that. And in a sort of meeting with one of the counselors, because there was a circle of people who were trying to spread that, I had a bunch of people come in, this is all about me, and I had to tell them, like, no, I am not bisexual, even though that hurt because I had told my closest friends, hey, this is who I am, and I wasn't ready to reveal that to everyone, but they did. Now I have multiple reasons why I never revealed that again to my closer friends, and so I'm going to get into that. You see, throughout 6th and 7th grade, I was beginning to get a little more political, you know, as you do. You get a little more conscious about the world around you. But unfortunately, people had other plans for how I should see the world. I was radicalized. So, if you don't know, during 2016 on through till now, everybody was picking fucking sides like it was a tribal warfare. It's still going on to this day. But I had a father who was very much seduced to the right-wing side of things. Very much that sort of like Trump supporter type deal. And I don't know, man. He was partially the reason why I got radicalized, but there's also the whole right-wing loophole sort of deal going on there. You know, YouTube was something I watched 24/7, and so of course, when I started listening to my father, and then I checked out videos here, and here, it just fucking spiraled down the toilet until I became right-wing myself. And then I began to hate the part of myself that was bisexual. And so during freshman and sophomore year, I had not only hurt a lot of the friendships that I had gained and had during that time, but I had also began to hate myself. Not like in a depressive way, but more in a I want to change sort of way. It was weird. You know, I'm not really up to date with a lot of queer terminology, but I do know there's a word for it. It's pop up right here. And I very much didn't know why I was this way. I thought that I could just close it out and I'd be okay, like some fucking mega churches do. Yeah, I mean, I was bisexual, so that was pretty easy for me to do, but still, I can't just not be attracted to a gender. And then on top of that, I had a friend group surrounding myself that was, I guess, radicalized in its own sense. I don't mean like everybody there, but I mean, there were definitely a couple of right-wingers in there who shared some interesting points of view. And so when you have all this around you, I mean, it's hard to get out, right? I mean, up until maybe about halfway through junior year, I was like this. And it was only until I was absolutely fucking sick of it that I wanted to change as a person. So I took a deep evaluation of why I was the way I was, and it turns out that, well, yeah, learning about that right-wing loophole got me to think, why is it like this? I learned about how specific right-wing commentators will do things, how they'll cover up facts. You know, you fucking know. Left-wing, right-wing, whatever the fuck people do in American politics nowadays, they're all fucked up now. And so, you know, as senior year comes, I begin to open myself up a little more to this sort of thing, realizing not everything is really cut and dry. I myself, you know, I'm really into science and all sorts of other bullshit like that. I don't mean like science, you know, I'm like, I follow all of these YouTubers right here. They're great. I fucking love them. I love learning about how the world is changing in wonderful ways and awful ways, all this sort of thing. But anyways, the point is, I put my damn research into things. During fucking sophomore year, I even wrote a fucking 16-page essay on like the way that the universe is actually expanding and all that. Even though, you know, this is well known, it's just that I wanted to go in depth on that and then release that as an assignment, you know. So yeah, I put my research into things, and it turns out when you actually do that and apply that to politics, you realize nobody is fucking correct, and everybody who is in Congress right now could get pushed down a flight of stairs. They can barely run a country. Why do we listen to these people? So I very much was like sorry for other people, myself, the people that I've talked to that I hurt during my very young and stupid days. And I still am very young and stupid. I mean, come on now. It's like there's a lot that can be said about the way things are today. that doesn't require you to pick a side. So yeah, by senior year I was pretty much all right. I think definitely there was a teacher during my senior year who very much helped me to become a better person, or at least one or two, who I won't name for personal reasons. I don't want people to find my high school. But yeah, I was that way for a long time. And then I was luckily able to find my footing again. Now, why is this relevant? Well, I was still kinda, even during senior year, kinda hating myself for that. And it wasn't that I hated other people. It's like, for some reason I wanted to change, which I can't do. And so, it took a long time, but I worked up the courage to just be like, okay, this is how I am. And so for anybody who is fighting that, you kinda can't. Life changes, but you don't really. Like, there are parts of you that just cannot change, no matter how much effort you put into that. Doesn't matter where you are politically or whatever the fuck you come from. I want you to know that if you are a certain way, you need to nurture yourself. And that doesn't mean like if you're hungry all the time, like fattening yourself. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to keep a sort of balance for yourself. And I found my balance. So this is why this is happening. Of course, like I said, this was supposed to come out a year ago. Why did it take a year? Well, there is some things that happened during 2023. Like I said during the start of this video, it was very hard, but to kind of get into the details, I essentially, over the course of a year, lost my father to drugs. Doesn't mean he's dead, by the way. What I mean by lost him is that he lost his mind. And those who have family members who have experienced that know what I'm talking about when I say that. I don't think I need to get into the nitty-gritty details of that sort of thing, but there were several events that led to me being sort of paralyzed when it came to any kind of work like this. I was wanting to do this like a sort of animation sort of style, but I realized that if I was going to do that, I'd have to probably put in at least a couple years worth of drawing experience. And so I realized I have at least a little more experience doing this sort of face-to-face thing. Now, for the part of the video that matters, at least to me, which are my limits. To start, if you are a close friend of mine, or somebody who is in my family, you are related to me, you know who I am, I simply ask that this doesn't change your view of me. You can text me about it, but I'm probably not going to give much more information than what's in that video if you are a family member. If you're a close friend of mine, feel free to fucking text, and I'll give you a whole treasure trove of information. Why am I separating that? Like I said, I kinda don't really talk to most of you guys in my family. For some reason, I just don't feel comfortable sharing that with my closer family, even though they are close to me. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you are watching this and you are from my workplace, I kindly ask that you do not mention this. You never mention this, either personally or in the workplace or one-on-one or with somebody else, whatever. It does not fucking matter. And if you were to share this in the workplace, I can assure you nobody was gonna give a shit. However, knowing my workplace, there would at least be a couple of jokes at my expense, and that's just to say, y'all say way too many goddamn slurs, dog. Like, y'all are way, way, way too fratty for me, you know what I mean? I cannot fucking deal with that. It's hard sitting there and then hearing the F slur and the N slur and all that other fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out, alright? Don't mention this anywhere, and we're good. Simple as that. Now, for the other part of this video, who I'm sorry to. I'm sorry to my closer friends for lying to you. I'm sorry to the people who I hurt during my younger years because I was stupid and I hated myself because I was radicalized and I didn't realize the damage I was doing. I'm mostly really just sorry to the people who are going to close me off after this because, well, I wasn't my authentic self. And even if it's just one person, oh well. I should have been upfront about who I was so that I could show that to the world and be happy, you know. I wanted to say sorry for all this time, because I mean, even throughout the year that I wanted to say this, I just lied and lied and lied. I said, I'm straight, because I wanted this to be the reveal for the moment or whatever. Truth is, the longer you wait, the more pain you put on yourself. I do not recommend this method unless you are wanting to do what I'm doing and get people out of that mindset, because part of this video is like, I don't want you to hate yourself because of this sort of thing. Don't get yourself in that mindset, please. It fucking sucks. So now for the outro, couple of shout outs. Shout out to my friend's band, Sundowning. It's the shirt I'm wearing right now. Very, very cool. So awesome. I went to their concert at Mono Occulta not so long ago. They're fucking awesome. And they also had a couple other bands there. Check out Noise, check out fucking Shitcog, check out another band I'm gonna fucking put out here because I forgot their name, but they're really cool. They're all awesome. If you're in the Portland area, please go to Mono Occulta. They are fucking cool. And then also, I guess I just want to say, for the people who are going to reach out, thank you for taking the time to talk to me and understanding me better. I'm sorry for hiding this again. It is what it is. I've explained myself. I've told you why. I can go into a lot more detail in the DMs or in a voice call or whatever. So it's been a while since I've uploaded. I know. I don't tend to have a very good schedule for YouTube. I'm not exactly a YouTuber per se, but I do appreciate if you clicked on this video and you have taken the time to watch this. So thank you. I don't really give a fuck about the likes or the subscribes or whatever. Again, I'm not a YouTuber. I just hope that if this is reaching anybody, that it helps them get out of that mindset. We'll see you when I see you. And hopefully that isn't too long, but who knows, with my upload schedule, that can be 2 years from now. So, no guarantees, but hooray.